Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Rebecca Mabe, and the selection I've chosen for our nonfiction book review is going to be The Whydah by Martin W. Sandler. Martin W. Sandler has written more than 70 books for children and adults, and he's also written and produced several popular television series. He's twice been nominated for the Pulitzer Prize and has won multiple Emmy Awards for his work. I chose The Whydah because it was an honor book in the running for the 2018 Orbis Pictus Award, and it's a standalone book, so it's an easy read. Have you ever wondered what life as a pirate might be like? The stories connected with The Whydah are tales of pure adventure, populated with colorful characters, including one of the boldest and most successful pirates ever. Filled with outlandish deeds, amazing courage, barbarous acts, triumphs, and tragedy, the stories are made even more extraordinary by the fact that they are true. The Whydah, a pirate ship feared, wrecked, and found, is a nonfiction book for children ages 10 to 14 that tells the history of the sunken pirate slave trade ship, from maiden voyage through its excavation over 300 years later. So one of the first things I found interesting was that although his reign of terror lasted more than 2 years, the man known as Blackbeard was the most feared pirate ever to sail the seas. To terrorize his victims, Blackbeard would actually weave matches into his hair and then ignite them before going into battle. He literally set his hair on fire. The pirate code mentioned in popular Disney's Pirates of the Caribbean films is a real thing. Pirate Captain Hornigold turned over his ship, the Marianne, to Sam Bellamy because his men had voted to oust him as captain due to a dispute over the sinking of British ships. So when they voted to elect a new captain, Hornigold honored the code and just handed his ship over to Sam Bellamy for no reason other than they voted. So this is very contrary to my own perception of how a pirate would or should act in that situation. So the Pirate Code, otherwise known as the Articles of Agreement, established in 1600, also stipulated that pirates had to go to bed at 8 o'clock every night, so you might stay up later than a pirate. The youngest pirate in Sam Bellamy's crew was John King, who was only 10 years old. When he wanted to join Sam Bellamy's crew, he said that he couldn't join because he was too young, and at that point, the young candidate offered to kill his mother and also Sam if he didn't allow him to join the crew. So he became the youngest member of the pirate crew. No one knows what the term Jolly Roger hails from. The pirate flag has been around for a long time, but the term Jolly Roger itself has still yet to be determined a origin. Many former sailors for the Navy and the British government became pirates because of the treatment they received on their military vessels. And the treatment was so bad and notoriously bad that they thought life would be better as a pirate, and in many cases that was true. Finally, the last thing I learned in reading this was that the second in command on the pirate ship is called a quartermaster, and the quartermaster makes a lot of very important calls on a pirate ship and is almost important as the captain himself. So I would definitely recommend this book for young readers. It was an interesting and engaging piece of literature to read. There were lots of pictures that depict pirates. The machinery that they used to bring sunken ships up from the deep was really interesting and engaging, and also just some really fun anecdotal stories about pirates in general. So the material for The Whydah is probably most appropriate for children between the ages of 10 and 14 based on the vocabulary usage and also the content. So while pirates are common lore for children, some of the anecdotal stories in this might potentially be scary for younger children. So definitely between the ages of 10 or 14 or 10 and up, this would be appropriate, and definitely an example of how nonfiction literature can be just as engaging for children as fiction if it's done the right way.